So I asked Rachel about this and she said it is hers and she is ready to declutter it. So this is leaving the house. Anything that leaves the house is a good dancing deal. Yes, it is. Don't mind the air conditioner sounds. So I'm gonna do a kitchen declutter. I'm gonna keep going in the kitchen, keep getting all the cabinets and drawers the way that I want them. But first, thank you so much, Em, for sending me this beautiful vase. She heard me say I wanted another one because I have a smaller one in the kitchen. And so she sent this to me for my birthday. Wasn't that sweet? So you might know Em from the comment section. So before I get going on the kitchen, I'm going to go outside and cut some flowers to put in this vase. And it's going to go in my kitchen right by my window. I had a little rose plant that I mean, it's alive, but it's not exactly thriving. So I think this is going to go in its place. I am just loving cutting flowers that honestly before this year, I wasn't even cutting them or bringing them inside and I have no idea why. One of the things that I have really been struggling with, besides the green on my house that I need to scrub off, is with my lettuce. I am like fighting hornets to harvest my lettuce and bring it in for a salad. So this morning I Googled, why do hornets love my lettuce? And it said that the hornets are eating bugs and worms that are on the lettuce. So now I feel so much better about fighting hornets to get to my lettuce because they're actually helping me. Who knew that hornets could be a beneficial insect? I am getting more and more of the hyssop. I'm so excited about this since I planted my first 2 hyssops last fall. So I've never had them bloom yet. This is the first time. It's kind of making up for the fact that deer ate my roses. So I'm going to be getting some human hair and dryer sheets for 2 things you guys mentioned. So we'll get that out here. But I want to get some of the lavender. I might leave this one alone and go to this guy because this guy, he's much more prolific. So I'll take from him. It's like 88 degrees today. Very, very warm out here. Not too terribly humid though. Let's see, how about 4 pieces of lavender? Plenty more coming where that came from. I'm going to leave these alone because they are just coming back from getting eaten by deer. This I need to start harvesting. We'll do that later. I'm not going to do that right now since I need to deal with my kitchen and my fridge. I will take a couple of the yellow marigolds specifically. And I'll deadhead this. Get that guy off. I'll take these 2. That's a nice color contrast. Now let's go to the front. These guys that kind of go down, go in a downward direction, I take those first. They are so pretty though. Look at those colors, and you have the purple lavender with the yellow marigold. It goes so well. I mean, is there anything better than picking flowers at your own house? And then I'm going to get a few begonias. This guy got eaten again, so we're going to leave him alone and let it grow back. But I guess this one tastes better than my other one. I don't know. Just cut off some of this dead stuff. Hopefully Mr. Dragonfly doesn't mind me honing in. This one has some dead leaves on it, so this is a good one to take. I don't want it to be half dead or it won't last, but sometimes, I don't know if it's from watering or what, but they get kind of brown. Let me know what you think. Is this going to be enough? Maybe 1 more or 2 more. Yeah, let's see how that does. Some of these ones that have a lot of brown on them, they just come off. I realize the leaves that are in the water are just going to rot, so it's better if I pick them off. I'm very excited to have my kitchen all organized. We have been doing a ton of cooking this year, doing so much more from scratch, especially my husband, but also me, harvesting herbs and flowers and lettuce, all the things. This needs a little more water. So having the kitchen reset and refreshed weekly has become super duper important to us. I have a load of wash and I went up and harvested towels out of the teenager bedroom since they're not home. Because what happens is by the end of the week, I'm like, I don't have any towels. They're supposed to bring their towels down instead of putting them in their own dirty laundry, but that doesn't happen most of the time. So take matters into my own hands. I just love this so much. I love doing this. I love seeing it every day. It is such a source of joy to have these flowers and to have this little vase. Em, I appreciate you. That was so sweet of you. Take off this little brown petal. Whoops, uh-oh, okay. That's fine. How beautiful is that? And Em, every time I look at it, I will think of you. And it's going to darken because of the window, but just having that with the flowers. It's hard to cook in a cluttered kitchen, and I hope my air conditioner is not bothering you too much, but it's probably going to be the rest of the summer hearing my air conditioner or my dishwasher or my washing machine. My dishwasher was going in my last video, my washing machine is going in this video. So anyways, one of my goals is to spend less on food so that I can spend it on things I'd rather do, or on, I don't know, travel, right? So one of the things that keeps me home is if we make it just as good. And we are there when it comes to Mexican food, Central American food, we are there. But when it comes to Chinese food, there's still some things where I like it better in the Chinese restaurant, like their pan-fried dumplings. So, but I don't want to cook in my kitchen or be in my kitchen if it is a hot mess, if it's cluttered, unorganized. It's just annoying to me. So that's why keeping it decluttered and wiped out is very important to me. It's something I can easily procrastinate. It's something I have procrastinated. And honestly, every quarter, like every 3 months, I want to be going through and decluttering and wiping out, because your needs and your life changes so quickly. What you do and what you don't want to do. Like, for example, maybe you got a really inexpensive bread maker at Goodwill, but then you go to the doctor and the doctor's like, you got to cut back the carbs because your blood sugar's not good, so then you're like, okay, I'm not making bread anymore. Well, if I'm not going through things, then those are the types of things I missed. So the other thing is I'm trying not to just keep buying ingredients, and if I'm repeating myself too much, please let me know. I had shown you some of this, like we had done the homemade ramen and the summer veggie soup already the last time I had shown you what we were eating. Now I'm going to show you what we did the rest of the week. So what my husband decided to do, if you remember, I had these meats in the freezer and they were just like for one, for two. We had everyone home, so what he wanted to do was take the pork, the chicken thigh, the chicken legs, the steak for one, and he grilled all of it. And then we did it as kind of like a buffet style. You take what you want to eat. And then we did have some leftover, but my husband and I are pretty good when we have our focus on saving money, buying less, of going in there and eating up what's left. So I'm not saying we ate 100% of it. We didn't, but we ate 90 to 95%. So that was this day, grilled meats. And then we did some sheet pan veggies, like we had broccoli, we had Brussels sprouts, and neither one was enough for everyone, but when we put the two together, there was plenty. Then we did the 4th of July, which I already told you guys about yesterday, the cheeseburgers, potato salad, street corn, and s'mores. Then on Friday, my husband and I made a small chili. He wanted to have some hamburger in it. I wanted to use up 2 of the beans that we made homemade. We didn't completely use up the black beans, but we're very close. So we had that on Friday. Then on Saturday, he had some flatbread he had made for himself. He had 1 flatbread left. I wanted to do a cauliflower pizza, so he did flatbread, I did cauliflower. So we had pizza for our big meal. And then we usually are just having like leftovers and stuff for lunch, or I'm having my Optivia fuelings, which is what we call little Optivia meals. Then Sunday, I had told you guys yesterday, instead of going out or going to the store, we had hamburger, we did cheeseburgers, and now I have enough left over to do, I need to write it down on my list, that I could actually do pasta and sauce with the leftover hamburger that we didn't eat. So on here, I know that I can still do, we haven't done pasta Alfredo sauce, peas, turkey bacon, because that's something the girls would be really into, and this is homemade that I do with grated Parmesan cheese, milk, butter. Then pancakes and turkey bacon we could do again. We have some pancakes in the fridge, so I could just pair that with turkey bacon the first night they're home. We did the cauliflower pizza, the regular pizza, the flatbread. We didn't do a regular pizza, but we did a flatbread pizza. So I could probably write regular pizza here. That's something that he could do. I'm sure we have enough flour. We make our own crust. I haven't done Cuban rice and beans yet. And Mexican beans and rice I could do again. I know I have enough. My daughter and I are talking about either having a veggie soup or a veggie stir fry tonight. So I'll write that, and if we have it, then I'll cross it off, because we have lots of veggies. And then regular pizza I said we could do. And then you know what else I could do, because we have all this lettuce and stuff, would be a Cobb salad. I just might need to buy more tomatoes, so I'll write need tomatoes here. Because I know I have egg, cheese, I think I have some avocado, so that is something we could do as well. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I said I could come up with a 7th, and I wrote flatbread pizza. So that technically wasn't number 7, but that week is not even over, and I'm adding more things to the list as I look through my cabinets and refrigerator, and I might even see more than that. Oh, here's another one. We had bought chicken because we had a small grocery order over the weekend, which I'm going to show you. I'll actually put that at the end in case you're really into the decluttering stuff. So at the end I'll show you the, what is it called? I can't even talk. The grocery haul that we had. So let's get decluttering, but I wanted to show you this because this has a lot to do with why I'm decluttering, and I make it through this list when I'm actually eating at home. And whenever I do something for the girls that I'm not going to eat, sometimes it is for their lunch if they're not going to be home for supper. And my husband and I are really good at just like scraping things together and making a meal for ourselves. So I don't worry too much about him and I. So some of these aren't something that I might eat. They're not what I would eat. But I can easily, like if they did regular pizza, I have more cauliflower. In fact, I'll write that, cauliflower pizza. I can make myself a cauliflower pizza. Even if I don't have enough for a whole pizza, I could just do a small one. I'm tempted to start with the refrigerator, but I know if I do, I won't have the energy to do anything else. So this is what's bothering me the most, which is kind of funny, but it is. So I'm going to do this first. So I'm going to take them all out. And you know what? I may not be able to get rid of anything, or maybe I'll just get rid of one. I don't know. This, I believe, is Crecia, so this can come out. And that's fine. Like, I could maybe even sacrifice, because how many mugs does one need? And that's what I do a lot of times, is I'll get rid of my stuff, because nobody else wants to get rid of anything. Which is actually fine. I mean, how many mugs do I need? So I'm going to hold mine aside. This one I feel like doesn't get used a lot. And sometimes, I gotta be honest with you, it's a don't ask, don't tell world. If you don't ask, if you don't tell, nobody notices. I also think this one is craziest. And I think this is crazy. Ooh. And maybe this one? I'm gonna ask Rachel. I was right, it's creasiest. All right. Before I had put this down just in the front because wet cups were being put away and it was damaging this. Okay, it doesn't look dirty, but I can feel some dust, so I am gonna wipe it out. And then these were the ones from my last video that were with the spices, so I'm gonna put these in there to help in the front specifically for there not to be damage. We'll take this one right out. I don't think I have a cat hair problem in this, so I'm gonna use my Mrs. Meyer's fresh cut grass. Okay, spray it, wipe it, dry it. Simple. I always try to get it on the outside when I do this. Oh, yeah, I see cat hair now. This is why I don't like microfiber. Microfiber and cats don't get along. Okay. So now I can go ahead and put these back, and I do try to, whenever I have one that's super wide, maybe pile on top, or if I know there's a favorite, then I go ahead and put those in the front. This one isn't mine, but I don't think anyone would miss it if I got rid of it quietly. So that's going. These two are mine, but I always either use this one or this one that Yvonne got. This one my husband got me on our anniversary because I like to live as a tourist. And it says Portland, Maine. So this one I'm also going to declutter. Then these four, this is all creasiest, so I'm going to wrap these in tissue paper and put them in her boxes in the basement. And I'm going to do it today, so I'm completing the cycle and not making more work for me another day. I feel like whenever you do anything, everything is a declutter. So I'm bringing this to the edge, and then I'm just going to cut it. So put it right about here. And these are in rows of diamonds. You get this at Dollar General, or is where I got it. And the thing about it, oh, that's not even sharp scissors, that I really do think, it's not that it's really cheaper, it's that they don't give you much. So just to be aware, it isn't always a better price at Dollar General. But if you only need a little, why buy a lot? So that's the beauty of it. I'm going to bring this to the front. And then this means is if I decide I want I'm cutting the dirty end off since I don't need the whole thing. If I decide I want my liners back and my spice cabinet that we did yesterday, I'm going to have to buy new ones, which is fine. So wasn't technically enough. Okay, so cut the edges off here because it doesn't go back all the way. So we'll cut that at an angle so it'll go back all the way. So I can do two here and have more in the front because the front is where the wet dishes end up. The back ones are always dry. Oh, not enough. See that? It brings it right up to the front, but I cut the back. And I'm not worried about, gaps like that because the dry stuff's always in the back. I'll wait on getting rid of this till I'm done in case I find a spot where I need it. These little scraps can definitely go in the trash. I've done the big declutters. The biggest declutter was with Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life when we did the February one where it was one thing on February 1st, 2, February 2nd, and on and on and on. I got rid of so much. Now, as far as the main house, and really even in the basement, it is more of fine-tuning and keeping up with. I don't really need to do these huge declutters, so these Yetis kind of go on top of mugs. We tend to use them more in the winter. I'm not even sure why. I guess that's when you really care about your stuff staying cold or hot, rather. And these two, these are camp ones, but the reason we keep them is you can take them on the road and they fit perfectly in your cup holders in the car. So let's see. This one belonged to my father-in-law, so there's no way my husband will get rid of that one. It doesn't matter whether it's used or not. It's just, and honestly, we could get rid of this one. In fact, nah, I won't. He's got plenty. Well, maybe I'll ask him. Maybe I'll take a picture of how many he has. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. It's just one mug. We'll put it on top of, let's see. This is his. This was a gift. We'll kind of put these two together like that. I really want to have it feel like extra space in here. Let's see. Not all of them are in here. Maybe I'll put this maybe on top of this one. Does it fit? Yeah, just barely. Yes, this is what I wanted. I didn't want it full full. And some are also in the dishwasher. So I want to make sure my husband's favorites are in the front. I love this one. All right, I use this one. Oops, this is the one I use a lot for the Optivia mug cakes. It's Rachel's, but I use it a lot. All right. Wow. Oh, and then this is Ava's. I'm thinking of putting it, she never uses it, but maybe it's because she forgot about it. I don't know. I'll put it there. Oh, and my lighthouse one. Okay, there we go. This is making me extremely happy. This is so much better. Just to have some empty space right here means a lot to me. This is where we keep a lot of tea. Uh-oh, this is Yvonne's. Oh dear. Maybe I'll see, oh dear, I just found another one. Now this one I love because it reminds me that I went to the Bahamas with my sisters, but you can see how the dishwasher killed it. So I actually think I'm gonna get rid of this too. I must have had it up here because it didn't fit. And then this is Yvonne's, but she never drinks from it, so I'm gonna put this up in her room on a shelf. See if she notices it's there. And if she does and it bothers her, we'll bring it back down. She wanted this, but what's the expiration on it? 2026. Oh yeah, classic caramel sugar-free. I never use this. 2025. I need to have some of these in the front. I should try one right now. And then, because if I like it, maybe I'll keep doing it. What does this one say? I'm blind. May 2024. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. And this is the one I would really like. It's vanilla. I'll try caramel, see if I like it. These are, oh, these, I love these because now we use these more when Crecia was here, but they need to be with the ground coffee because it is for when you want to put, you know, bagged coffee in a curry cup. I bought the disposables because I was tired of washing. Where are they? I don't know. When they get little grounds in them, I just find it annoying. Isn't that dumb? All right, so I can't reach. I gotta get my stool. All right, so while I'm up here, I could get everything down. Oh, tea balls, yes. I should put these with the teas. They're so cute because they have these like bee stuff. All right, I'm gonna take what's on the top shelf out too. I see some hot cocoa must have gotten spilled. This vanilla. vanilla coffee super concentrate. I think Robin had gotten this. $3.22.24. It's expired. Just a scoop. This, I'm thinking, is Cremora. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I think it came with one of my tea things. Cafe con leche. You get this at Target. I mean, it doesn't really taste like the real thing, but if you haven't had the real thing in a while, it does its job. Coffee filters for my husband once in a blue moon when he, I don't know, do we even have? I don't even know. I'll have to ask him about that. And then disposable, more of the disposable K-cups. Actually, this is just the packaging. I can get rid of that. Oh, maybe you put a K-cup in it? I don't know. Things, oh, there goes the cocoa all over the place. All right, so I had this up there from the Dollar Tree. I still have these in my refrigerator for liners, placemats. It's definitely economical. I'm using a cleaning white. Oh, found another one. Ooh, blueberry coffee. Yes, ma'am. I'm all out of this, but I didn't want to spend the money because I have caramel. So I was like, all right, drink the caramel. All right, so wipe both of these out. Oh, there's another one back there too. I'm telling you, it pays to get your head in there. What's another cafe con leche? Okay, this looked clean even to me, but then when you wipe it, you realize it wasn't clean at all. So it's good to wipe it either way. All right, this goes with the other one. Oh, I'm gonna change my battery, but I also just heard the washer go off. I had farmed out a whole load full of towels in the teen bedroom. So I decided to get them washed, get them in the dryer so that we don't run out of towels. So I'm gonna do that real quick before we move on. I ran out of Downy, so I used white vinegar in its place. The thing I love about laundry is you can just kind of keep it rolling. Even if you're too tired to do anything else, a lot of times putting a load of laundry in is a way to honestly feel like you've done something. And then if you have it in a basket, even if you can't fold it and people know it's clean, and they need a towel or something, they can come get their towel. So it's definitely a good chore to do when you don't have many spoons. I don't mind folding towels either because they're all flat and such. You know, I'll probably fold them when I watch a video later. Sit in front of the video, relax, fold towels. And there's a little bit of other stuff in here, not much. So, feels good. I don't mind laundry at all, honestly. It's way easier than, say, washing pans at Thanksgiving. Let's see, you're on heavy duty. Great, and then I keep this open, especially in the summer, so it doesn't get smelly. Okay, so now I'm going to go through all of the teas. Best before 6:25. I feel like there's not much left of this holiday tea. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Boy, does it smell good though. Bring this over. This I'm definitely going to drink. Alright, it's got cocoa on it. Whoops, I do not need this bag. I'm not quite sure why. Well, maybe I did it because I had these. Okay, this needs to be cleaned out. These I'll drink. These are my cinnamon teas. They're black tea, so they have caffeine in them. And then there's this one. Is that Sleepy Time tea? Yep. Sweet Dreams. It's the same as the Sleepy Time. Keep that out. That can be pretty popular around here. Ooh, wild blueberry. Caffeine free. Now I need to look and see if any of these are expired. October 2025. March 2025. It's always fun to find where they hid the date. Oh, here it is. June 2025. Again, would be great if I did like a, what do you call it? I can't talk. Sharpie on here. This is just a few. See, this is what happens when it's just a few. It just feels like the box is taking up too much space. August 2026 and August 2024. No one's drinking this. It's almost expired, so I'm going to get rid of it. And then these go in here. This must be more for coffee. Dump in that. Give it a good wipe. Here, get in here between. This is probably from the Dollar Tree. It's so old, but it still works. This is actually for tea. I need to try using it. Just for fun, honestly. Alright, so my black tea, actually I should probably dry the bottom of this so that it doesn't make the boxes stick to it. So here's my sleepy time, so I'm going to put this Sweet Dreams in it. I need to remind Yvonne to drink it because she has found it very successful to help her relax at night. Soothing bedtime can go with that. Mint tea is extremely popular in this family. So here's peppermint, but you know, we have our own mint now that we're growing. It's the blueberry. Oh, we have 2 of the sleepy time? Oh boy. Okay. 3 if you count this. Then this is ginger aid, which is helpful for your stomach, and honey vanilla chamomile, which I'll have to remind Rachel that we have because she likes that. Look at all this space. This is about perfect for me, what I like to see. So now I can put these in here, the little tea balls and such for people. And then I also have, I got these big bags for my mint tea. And I am also growing chamomile. So what Rachel and I did was she looked up a recipe online and we did 2 bags. So look, I got these on Amazon. We put the fresh leaves in here, 2 bags full. And then we looked up how much honey to use. I feel like it was like a 1/4 cup of honey. And we steeped it. Now when you are steeping peppermint tea, so what we did was we boiled the water. Let me go over here where the lighting was better. We boiled the water and then we put the 2 bags of mint and chamomile both in. With mint tea, you don't want to go longer than 10 minutes or it gets bitter. So we did that, and I think we used 8 cups of water, if I remember correctly, and then we put it in the fridge. So for iced tea, peppermint chamomile iced tea, and it really aids in digestion and having your stomach feel better. It's relaxing, all the things, very refreshing. It was more concentrated the first day than you'd want it, so we were adding water to it, and it's turning out I'm adding quite a bit of water to it. It was more mellow the second day, but it can be 2 weeks in the refrigerator. So we put on the calendar what day we did it. We actually did it on the 4th of July. So I wrote it on the calendar, and that way, if for some reason it is still there, you know, 2 weeks later, then we'll know to get rid of it and start a new batch. So it's just really nice. It's so refreshing to have cold mint tea. This needs to be in the most prominent place here. Oops, that was silly. I want the picture to be on the front. They know it's the one they want. Picture on the front, okay? And then we'll put the bags right on top of it, so they're easy to get to. And then I'm going to do coffee on the top and keep the tea here in the middle. I should probably get a label for it, honestly. My husband likes Lipton tea. And then this is, oh, this isn't going to fit. Oh, that's why I didn't have it up there. But we can put the creamer here. That's fine. I want people to remember. So if it's in the front, it's because I want you to remember we have it. So you'll drink it. And we'll keep these for now. This is my monk fruit sweetener. Actually, I'll put it behind the coffee creamer. So it's because I use it when I drink the black tea. Because it does not spike blood sugar. And then all of, will this fit up there? Of course not. So this will go here too. Maybe I'll like make it so you can kind of see the creamer, but you can still see the caramel. So the coffee pot goes up here. That's one of those stovetop ones. The coffee grinder goes up here. Then we have this is Cafe Bustelo. What is the date on here? January 2026. See, this is what Cree used all the time, but my husband uses the wide awakes. Maybe he'd use it. Here's the pods. We'll put those in front of the filters. Here is the Cafe con Leche. Put that here where people can see it. And, you know what? We have so much Cremora. I don't even know how old this is. I'm going to get rid of it, wash it, dry it, put it away. Because it's kind of dumb to have it. Yeah, I think that's creamer. Yeah, I think that's stuff. Nasty. These are little K-cuppy things, the ones you wash, which I don't really want people using. So I'll put them to the side where they don't see them because they never wash them. It's just messy with the towels. I'd much rather use the disposable ones because we don't use them that often. And these are the little coffee scoops, so it goes right in the front. There, look at that. And then for some reason, there was a random medicine cup. This will go in with the medicines. This will go in the trash. And then I'll keep this. All right. This is making me pretty happy. Coffee station, predominantly tea station, all of our mugs, and then, I didn't show you because it doesn't matter so much, but here's where I keep all of our K-cups. That's for me for tomorrow. And then I have cocoa for the girls and Cafe con Leche. And then my husband's caramel K-cups, which looks like we're going to need more of very soon. And then, of course, the Keurig is here right near these cups. And then my honey is here because I'm keeping it out so that I can make sure it's bagged and sealed so that I don't draw ants with it. That would have been another great declutter. Just quick, declutter it, wipe it down, put the things away. And then, you know, if that were day 2, would you not be just so happy with that and feeling like you really did something and it saves money on your tea and coffee because now you know exactly what you have. So you're not buying something you already have. Like we had the 2 boxes of Sleepy Time tea. I don't know if they were on sale or what the deal was. I wouldn't normally get 2. So I did kind of feel like I didn't realize I had one and I bought another one. Next, I'm thinking about this cabinet and the water bottles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the water bottles out. This is fine. It just needs to be neatened. I already did this with you like, I don't know, a month ago at the most. I'm pulling all of these out and I'm going to put them up in their rooms because I know who they belong to. And I'm going to tell them, instead of saying, you know, whatever ones you put away stays, I am going to tell them that any that they'd like to keep and they'd like stored downstairs, they can bring back down to me. And then we'll get rid of the rest. I have a feeling a couple of these will go. But I feel like this space could be better utilized. This is either Rachel's or mine, so I'm going to ask her if she wants it because she is home. That's definitely Ava's. I'm wondering if this is Crecia's. But, oh yeah, and this is a straw that would go with a Stanley cup. So we wouldn't normally have an extra straw. What I want to do is put the water bottles in the back like that, because you know, people tend to keep in the room the ones they want to use. And then containers like this and like the one the Cremora was in could go in here like that. So that's the goal here. I don't even keep my cup in this cabinet. I keep it with me, and then it ends up on the counter. I wash it and I put water in it again, you know? So as great as it is to have storage for water bottles, it's not like we're doing sports anymore. It's just everybody needs to have one water bottle that they take around with them. Nobody needs to have 3, 4 water bottles, because you wash the same one over and over and then you use it again, right? I actually think I'm going to text the girls and tell them what I did. So this I'm going to ask Rachel about. And then there is one that is mine. I love it too. I love this cup. That's so cute. Such a great idea. And I use this one in the car because it's nice and thin and it fits really well in my cup holder. So that's going back in here. So I do store that one in there. And then these are going up in my teen's bedroom. And we'll see if any of them end up coming back down. So I asked Rachel about this, and she said it is hers, and she is ready to declutter it. So this is leaving the house. Anything that leaves the house is a good dancing deal. Yes, it is. Here is today's declutter pile. So see, day by day, bit by bit, you pare it down, and it's worth going through again and again, quarterly or whatever pattern that you have, to see what you're willing and able to get rid of. Once Yvonne and Ava have decided if any of their bottles come down here, I mean, if this is the only one, I'll be able to get rid of that. See, these are supposed to stack, which I liked it about them, but water bottles are so fat these days that stacking doesn't really work. Now, I could put this one here and do that. So maybe I'll do that just for now, and when I get the other ones, I'll put those there too. In fact, this could go there too. Do I know what happened to the lid? No, but I can ask my husband. I'm feeling kind of drained, and I have some motivation to do the fridge. But what I think I'm going to do is spend a half an hour painting and working on my pinecone wreath, and then I'll come back and work in the refrigerator, because I really would like to do that, because I know I have some things that need to be frozen or kept better so that they won't get spoiled. So it is 2:53, so I feel like if I take a little siesta by doing something relaxing, then I'll be ready to get back at it. Feeling good with my break time progress. I'm trying not to rush this and just enjoy it. I only have this much to fill in. It's my tendency, even with a hobby, to kind of put pressure on myself to finish it. So I'm just I'm trying to rework my entire personality. In fact, when I was a kid, I would color. I would pretend it was a job, and I would assign myself so many pages to color. How crazy is that? So it's just kind of built into me, but I'm really trying to learn to chill. Need to be more like my pal Woozy here. He definitely knows how to chill. Even Leo. Leo's very siesta-like today. He's got lots of chill, don't you, Leo? I'm going to use this small box for these mugs that are being donated, as well as this water bottle. I know I have other boxes. Pretty sure I might have one box in the car already, and then we have the box of books from decluttering with my husband, and then I need to go around the basement again. That's going to be another video, just like, okay, what have I not gotten rid of? And then we need to make the drive to Goodwill. It's 35-40 minutes, but well worth the trip once you get that stuff out of your car and it's like, ah, it's out of my house, it's out of my life. I just love it. I don't know if this is worth donating, but I'm going to donate it, and if they decide to throw it out, they can throw it out. I never know. Sometimes it's just stuff like this, you don't know. All right, let's dig into this refrigerator. And I am acutely aware that I could fizzle. So, I need to prioritize. Priority 1 is getting meats wrapped and in the freezer, most likely to spoil. And then I can also bag up these pancakes. Actually, let me take a, I think I'm going to repackage this. It's pretty easy. Bit of ginger ale here. Oh, stuff I need to throw away. This is how it happens. I'm like, oh no, let's just do it all. What is this? My husband must have grated some cheese, so we'll put that with the cheeses. This is getting thrown out, the Mexican corn. Next time he needs to make a smaller batch, because we can't eat all that. All right, and some of these things, it's like they go on the little rotary things, and I'm the one putting them there. So, okay, there we go. We're good, we're fine. I don't even know what that is. Mystery herbs that need to be labeled. See if there's anything else in here. Oh, we have both things of beans, I see. Both in smaller containers until they are gone. This was carrot greens. No, this is arugula. This is carrot greens that you can use as parsley, but we're really not. I'm just going to get rid of it. Okay, my husband's going to come home and be like, how did the trash can get full? I'm really sorry, honey, but I was decluttering. Story of life. All right. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. So that soup is really going to make a huge difference because we can throw just about anything in there. Cilantro, not throwing that in there. Do not like cilantro. Put the Napa cabbage going on. Oh shoot. Get little leaves, put this all together. Put all the veggies together. Okay. Excuse the beat beat. Beepity beat 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 beat. If only it had a good beat. Okay. Oh, zucchini down here because we'll use that in the soup as well. Don't mind cat baths going on as well. He's awake. So first things first is the meat. So I'm going to get out the saran wrap. Of course, I call it saran wrap, but it's just plastic wrap, right? I need to clean this just in case. I don't plan on my meat touching it, but you never know. It just feels good to have a clean surface to work with. All right. First up is turkey burgers. Where are they? Right here. I got 3 turkey burgers. I'm going to wrap them each separately. This is Walmart's plastic wrap, which I actually have liked. I like it way better than that super cling stuff. 1, 2. I wish I had small Gladlock bags, but I don't. I'll have to put in a small grocery order maybe. And 3. I'm loving just the small orders, you know. My grocery bills are really starting to go down between there not being as many of us and trying really hard not to waste. Alright, still smells fine. So these will be individually wrapped. And then they can go in a Gladlock bag. And then I individually wrap because of our lifestyle and who we have home and all that. It's much better for me to be able to take out one at a time or as many as I need without having to defrost the whole bag. So this has been a huge money saver for me. And then I got these Ziploc bags at Costco. So I was able to get, you know, a big package of them. I'm not bothering writing a date because of my new system of trying to use up everything I have first before buying anything new. And I also always keep meat on the top shelf of the freezer. That way it's easy to find, and then snacks and vegetables go on the bottom shelf. The only exception to that is my daughter Rachel likes to freeze leftover rice rather than refrigerate it. And so her rice is also there with the meat because that's something she kind of uses daily. So I'm keeping this meat with the intention of doing spaghetti and tomato sauce. Did I write that down on the list of possibilities? I did not. So I can write, oh, you know what would be good is if I did a pasta bake, which is where you put it in, like, I used to use like a small 9x9 or even a bread pan, if it's just Yvonne, Ava, and Robin. But you do the sauce with the hamburger like you would for spaghetti, and then you put noodles in the sauce and mozzarella cheese across the top. You could use ricotta if you wanted to, and then it seems extra special. So either way, we could also just have a spaghetti night. Honestly, I could get a loaf of garlic bread and everybody would think they had died and gone to heaven. All right, so now it's the chicken. I'm gonna hold out one chicken breast since I've not decided what my protein will be with the soup tonight. So there's 3 very large breasts in here, so I will wrap those separately as well. This can go back here. So, and then after this I'll be done with plastic wrap. Plastic wrap to me is so useful and so economical for things like this. Just, I don't like that it doesn't always tear the best. That's the only thing about it. But it always makes me feel so good when I go through this process and I get the meats out of the fridge into the freezer. You know, it's one thing. I got this on Saturday. Today is Monday. So, you know, I don't want it. Oh my goodness, this is like we're on the verge here. The date is fine. It smells fine. The date is July 12th, which wouldn't be till today's the 8th. But what I have found is it doesn't always last to the sell-by date, honestly. So I like to, after at least, 3 days at the longest, get it in the refrigerator. So I'm keeping the smaller one out because I probably wouldn't even use the whole thing if I were to use one at all. I am going to wrap it because that way if I don't use it, I can just toss it in the bag because we got a block of tofu in there, so we could just crisp up some tofu to have in the soup, on the soup, with the soup. That's an option. This goes right in the trash. Yeah, this is definitely the smallest. You can see the difference. Oh, so these will go in the Gladlock bags in the fridge, the freezer. And all I have is I have ground turkey in there, this chicken, and the turkey burgers you just saw me put in, and the hamburger you just saw me put in, and that's all I have for meat in the freezer. So we are definitely not keeping a stock, which feels amazing. So this will go in the fridge. Oh, and then I have the chicken that I buy individually wrapped that Rachel eats. Ooh, I don't think this is good anymore because of the bacon. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'll just text my husband and let him know that I got rid of his pinto beans. We got so many meals out of it though. I still feel good about it. So we're going to get rid of that, but I'm sure my black beans are good, but I'm going to try to use the black beans even in the next 24 hours. So. I think it was the bacon he had in here. I think if he would have kept it vegetarian, it would be fine. But it's definitely not fine. I'm going to text him because sometimes he's like, what do you mean you got rid of mine? Fill in the blank with whatever it is. I got rid of, like, I'm trying to save your life. Because he'll eat things that are way older than I would eat. Especially when it comes to like lunch meat. He sees all dates as, I don't know. It's one thing to go a week past a date with lunch meat, but trust me, he goes way further than I would ever go. I feel like you can tell it just starts to get kind of slimy. So this is sad that I'm getting rid of this chicken. But I'm purposely doing this now because that way, when I get my dishwasher emptied and filled, in fact, yeah, That way, after we make dinner, I can start the dishwasher rather than do this later, which honestly I'd probably be too tired. All right, not last thing, but now let's package up these pancakes. I feel bad, he made a ton of pancakes because Ava had a friend overnight, but her friend had a job interview. So as teenagers do, she got up, 10 minutes before she needed to leave, quickly got ready, rushed out the door, and pancakes. And then the girls, they slept in. I think Yvonne had some pancakes. I think she was the only one. And she's obviously not going to eat a whole batch of pancakes. But he made them out on the new griddle thing that he has for his grill that I got him for Father's Day. So he had fun making them. That was the important part. Right? So these will go in the refrigerator. I was going to make banana muffins because I have some bananas that need to be used, but now I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that when we have pancakes that need to get eaten. So this still smells amazing. Oh my goodness, that just made my mouth water just smelling that. All right, so I'm going to put this one. I really love these. I got them at Walmart, the glass storage. So eventually I'll get rid of the plastic altogether, but I'm not ready to spend the money on the glass yet. So I could have put it in one even smaller than this, but I like to do that. That frees this up because Robin's probably going to want to make another batch of his beans, and we can store that in the fridge. I'll probably make rice, beans, and avocado. I think I have some avocado left. I could do that for Yvonne tomorrow. Or I could do Cuban rice and beans and just use black beans instead of kidney beans. I do have some canned kidney beans, but I know she wouldn't mind. All right, that was easy. Now I'm going to go in and see if anything needs to be wiped down or if there's anything else that's expired. But honestly, for me, this is all about saving money. It's about feeling good about the kitchen organization so that it's a joy to cook in the kitchen. And I'll be definitely showing you not only the grocery haul, but I'll show you what Rachel and I end up making for supper for the vegetable soup. All right, so I do love having liners in here. And I love being able to just kind of like move around and wipe. This is some decaf coffee I made this morning that I can have my shakes in. These are, okay, my husband's little pepper department that I need to label because I can't remember which ones are the spicy ones. So I'm not eating any of them. And so I think I'll put the pancakes up here. So things are really looking pretty good in here. This, okay, this avocado can go. Yep. Oh, and then I think Ava has forgotten about this cheesecake she brought home. She's not eating it, and Robin shouldn't eat it, and he was eating it, so I'm going to throw it away. Because he's technically a diabetic, and he is controlling it with diet, so if he's not watching what he's eating, his sugars are going to go up, or whatever you call it, glucose, A1C. And then just wipe this down. It's I don't take everything out overly often, and I feel like it does help me to have the liners. So I'm going to see what Rachel and I end up using here. What is this? This has seen better days, so this needs to go. And then, so we have this zucchini, we have bok choy, we have rainbow chards in here, we have purple cabbage, napa cabbage, what is this, lettuce? Ooh, I could use that for a salad. We have carrots, we've got some broccoli, what's this? Mixed greens I need to put here at the forefront so they'll get used up. I have some celery as well, and then green onions, bell peppers, so I know I have onions. We got plenty to make a soup. Ooh, I also have some rotted avocado. So let's get this one out. And then I think these two are still good, but see, this is what I do. I'm like, attenzione. You need to eat these. So I'm going to pull them out where people can see them. All right. And then these garlic cloves. All these little bags drive me a little batty. I'm not going to lie. All right. We'll see where we're at after we make the soup. So I'm going to put all this out and messy, but it's really to remind myself of what to be looking at. I have some vegetable broth and chicken broth, so we can choose which broth we use. Honestly, it does not matter to me. They're all equally good, and it doesn't really matter what you use. So there we go. And I have some Rouse tomato sauce for whenever the girls want to do pasta and sauce, so that's all set too. These I should check. I don't know how long these dips go, but Yvonne tends to crave stuff and we buy it, or we'll have company and buy it, and then nobody else is going to eat it. So this was December 2024, November 2024, so these are fine. All right. Here is our grocery order for today. I got 4 things of kitty litter because I need to empty both cat boxes, scrub them down, and put brand new litter. I'm not going to tell you the last time I did that. And then some shampoo, some Summer's Eve, some dishwasher detergent. Leo's little squeezies, gets one every morning when he gets up. And then some quick oats for breakfast. Yvonne wanted, and Rachel's gluten-free pasta. This is a really great brand if you're looking for some. Best tomatoes. Dried black beans, because for the price of 1 can, I can get like 6 cans worth or 5 cans worth. Popsicles, which were supposed to be sugar-free, so I'm very sad about that. Smart water for Rachel. And Hershey bars and marshmallows for s'mores. Then dried mango for snacking, bananas, purple onions, red onions, whatever you call them. Then I needed chili powder and paprika. We get some tofu, dairy-free chocolate chips, garlic, minced garlic, that is. 2 tomatoes. I thought I was asking for 2 pounds, but what I got was 2 tomatoes. A coleslaw kit, 5-pound bag of red potatoes. We were almost out of mustard. Ground turkey. This is my favorite one, 99% fat-free, Shady Brook. Dairy-free. Mozzarella. Leo's checking it all out. Some English cucumbers, lean ground beef. This is 96%, really good, farmer's table. And then chicken breast and paper towels. Yesterday's video was actually this morning, and this video is in the afternoon, both on Monday. So I took a good break in between, and plus just having such a quiet house with Rachel being the only one home. She's just such a quiet person. She's just like me. She always has projects going. And so it's been a very productive day, but I feel in my body that I want to be done with the kitchen. And so I'm going to listen. I'm going to stop. I'm going to take some time to watch something without even... Well, actually, maybe I'll fold my laundry and watch something at the same time. I feel like I could do that, and I would still be rested. So I'm going to stop the video here, and I want you to know why. Because when your body says we're done, be done. This was your to-joy list. Whatever you have that you want done is your to-joy list, because when you're done, you're going to feel joy. When you feel like your body tiring, but you still want to keep going, slow down. Take it very slow. Take breaks. But when your body says stop, stop. You are going to be so much more productive. This stuff needs to be hand washed. You'll be so much more productive if you listen to your body and stop when it says stop. And it's not about how long my body can go or whoever you're watching on YouTube, how long their body can go. It's how long can your body go, right? So congratulate yourself on what you got done, no matter how small it is. If it was a hot shower today and that was all you could do, congratulate yourself, right? Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow has new energy. Listen to yourself. I love you, and that's why I'm telling you this. So remember, as always, that God loves you, and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.